up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, day traders, closet swing traders? Hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. Hope you guys are ready for another day. We got some jobless numbers coming out today. They were a little bit higher than where it was expected, so that's good for the sentiment that we could get a rate cut coming in. So market like that, but we were gapping up a little bit before that as well. So honestly, it wasn't. I mean, if we go into the 3 minute chart, you see a little bit of move off of it. This is right at 830, so still kind of rocketing higher from there. But for the most part, we were gapping up. There's a lot of individual names moving today too, so I think it's going to be a good day. I think we got a good day to try to continue the trends, but of course, we'll see where the day ends. But for now, we got Albert in the house. Good morning to you. We got Bill, Brian, Corey, Julie. Good morning to Jason, J, Joe, JT, Kevin, Lenandro. Lauren is in the house. Marius, good morning to you. Miguel, Micus, Tim, all my peeps in YouTube land. I gotta refresh my YouTube screen. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. I don't want to forget about you guys. We got SMN. Good morning, No Till. We got Richard, Honey, Roy, all my peeps lurking in the background. That's okay. I still love you. Hit that like and subscribe button if you have not done so already. And yeah, so let's see. Let's see what we got. By the way, if you guys got tickers, more than welcome to throw those into the chat pane. As always, we'll cover the indices first, and then we'll run into those. But pretty decent gap. This is a little bit of a retest gap, as we had a bullish day yesterday. Pretty decent day. We ran yesterday into pretty much that support resistance zone. I think we actually hit the high end of that one. So we started breaking out of that hammer that bounced off to 20. Good. Then toward the end of the day, we gave a little bit back, and we still kind of closed in no man's land. But VPOC from yesterday was right back into that zone. So we are still kind of building that support up a little bit. And today is a nice gap, but it is a retest gap with resistance right above us. So watch for 523.46. If we start getting closes above that, I would be leaning a little bit more in the bullish camp. Not a lot of volume areas above it. We did get rejected a few times up here, so we still have to watch 523.84, probably 524.39, and then of course 524.61. If we can start breaking that, is that the high? Yeah, 524.61 is the high. So if we start getting up there, I do like my chances better for all-time high again today. But the big zone for me would be this 523.46. As we know, this is a retest gap, so we might get some fading at open. Some people wanted to take profits into it. That would make sense to me. Yesterday's VPOC, 520.35. Could we have a full-on retest to that? Of course. That would be a good spot as well. I don't know if we get down there, though. This is a pretty decent gap. I really would like to see us come down, retest the 521.88. Use that as support. Show me that there's a little bit more strength in this gap than just kind of just one random day of gapping up. And then we kind of bounce off there. And then I think we have a really good shot of breaking through that resistance. So I would like to see a little pullback, whether it's in the next 25 minutes or somewhere at open. Just use that 521.88 zone as some kind of a bounce spot and go from there. But if we do break, I think we're still looking okay, 520.46. And then maybe we got to try to finish the job tomorrow. We'll see what happens. But we got Q's. Q's looking actually a little bit better than SPY today. A little bit more room. So again, we've had a whole heck of a lot of resistance in there. This gap is essentially what we needed. This one would be the Q's are going to put the case in that I don't think we retest yesterday's candle on the SPY. I don't know. I don't think we do. Because if the Q's are going to retest it, and obviously they could act a little independently, but I don't think they're going to be too far off. That means the Q's is now going to get through the first real support. That's 446. The next one down, 445.40. The next one down, 444.52. And then that takes us to our final destination, I think, 443.02. That's a lot of support that we'd have to get down to come in for this retest. I think, I mean, again, if we do start breaking, I really want to see 445.60 hold. But if we come into like this 444.52, okay, we're still going to make a good case. But now if we start getting through all that just to hit this, then the bulls are probably a little bit weaker, and that's going to be a tougher time just to get back through all that little resistance. To the positivity side of things, we got 448.22. We did almost retest that once. We did not quite do it yet. So 448.22 would be my target to the higher side if we don't really get too much of a pullback. And then we have the conversation of all-time highs again. Right back at us. We had 2 days of fear, panic, and yeah. Then we forgot we had those conversations. That's it. We got TLT, a little bit of a gap up. So again, not the greatest looking on the daily chart. I think we got into the 618 zone though. Let's just redraw this. I forget. We haven't done this one in a little bit. But I believe we're at the 50 or 618. This that's the 50% retracement. So okay. Interesting spot for a bounce. The daily chart again, not looking great, but if you were bullish on TLT or kind of trying to figure out where to get into it, yeah, somewhere around this 91.52. Looks like we breached that zone for a little bit, came right back. So not horrible. Also a retest gap, and then we got support on this one at 91.96. And maybe we could start to finally put in some higher lows at some point, maybe some higher highs and start to course correct. But the gap up there, unlike yesterday where we were kind of gapping the market, TLT was doing the opposite, gapping down a little bit. We should have a little bit more support from TLT today, and that would probably enhance my bull case for today as well. But again, a lot of retest gaps, probably not going bullish directly at open. Maybe even wait a few minutes, but we'll see some of the tickers that you guys have. We got WDC and we got Square. So WDC. Craig says, I'm here, I'm here. That's crazy. Small world. I'm here too. That's wild. Out of out of all the internet chat rooms, out of all the YouTube pages in the entire world, we meet here. Destiny. We got Western Digital Corporation. Nice little gap. It's not earnings, so it's got to be news. Two data storage device stocks thriving from the AI boom. Western Digital manufacturers. Uh, okay. I mean that's a rando article. 21 hours ago, Walt Disney purchased two other stocks. Insiders are selling. They're getting out. This just tells me this. I don't know what the news is. Besides, was that like anybody credible? Benzinga, okay. All right, a little bit of a article from Benzinga. Maybe that's enough to bring it to 52-week highs. We're definitely gapping there. And let's see where the next little resistance is. Next little target at least would take me to about 73.66. I don't think Western Digital has a high short flow, so we're not looking at any type of squeeze situation. And again, it is a little bit of a retest gap. Let me just redraw these three bars out a little bit. They look a little crazy. So we have this. We close up here. We got a little wick there, and then we got all the action down here. So that's still bullish. Yeah, probably looking for the top of this one would be at least the first little support. I won't put too much weight on that one though. And maybe if we could get a retest into this, which would make some sense. 71, 74 if you want to go long. Get yourself a little bit better risk to reward on the trade. We got not a crazy path ahead of us, but this is a good gap. So we'll move this one up. We'll see again if we can get a little pullback on this one and then play it in the direction of that 3-bar hammer, which would be bullish. SQ. Doing something different. Doing something a little different. Benchmark raises block price target to 99 from 89. So they're getting a upgrade and the market disagrees, I guess. A little bit of a downgrade on that one. But that's a gap and go. It does look different. We have a little bit of support in here. We got a pretty crazy support in here. So even though this is a gap and go, we're at the low end of this. I think this one probably fades first. Still kind of looks a little bit of a short opportunity for me, but maybe we could get into like the 79.11. I don't know if this is going to be an open and drop. Yeah, I think this one gets bought back up. That's a really, really good support that we're opening at. Could be a decent case for if we get some kind of a green high wave candle and we want to try to short something today. This would have the short feels written all over it. The targets to the downside, though, again, we have to watch that 77.20. We got 76.81. We start breaking that, we got 75.54, and then the bigger target would be 74.26. Even to get to that, though, or even the last two of those, we got to get to that last little moving average as well. So there's a little bit of support, weird support. I mean, that's good news on an upgrade, but it seems like the market's selling it. Is there any other news on this one? They also had a Morgan, so okay. Now you got all the there you go. I had to scroll one more down. Morgan Stanley comes out and they downgrade block to underweight, cuts price target to 60 from 62. So they're already saying it was too much already. Battle of the just who owns more positions, I guess. I think that's probably Morgan Stanley. But yeah, that's still really good support on that one. So I'm not sure how much we'll throw it up on the list. I'm not sure exactly how much that's going to drop. And then again, you're going to be fighting the rest of the market. The market is going to stay bullish today. It's going to be tough shorting anything. Let me just look at PayPal. How's that reacting off of it? PayPal's gapping up again, kind of with the rest of the market. I was going to think maybe some kind of sympathy, but not necessarily. A little bit of a retest gap. I think this one probably pulls back. Look for support at 65, 69. And then I think maybe a little chopzilla on this one, 66.50, 66.50 even would be my first little target. Stretch target on the day, 67.20. But again, I think it needs a little breather at open. GE. GE, nice gap up. Still inside day. So definitely look for a pullback here. Obviously, the trend has been bullish for all that time. I haven't seen GE move like this ever. So it is one heck of a move already. But if you're going to try to continue the pattern, nothing tells me to go bearish on this thing yet. So again, if you're in GE, great. I wouldn't be concerned about a small little pullback, and you're still looking. That was a good breakout candle, great close yesterday. You even took out this candle with high volume on it. So a pretty fantastic look on GE for more continuation. It might be worth a day trade. It's up a lot. It's up a heck of a lot. I gotta add this one to the list. Where if I buy anything, I'm pretty much essentially buying extremely high and looking for it to go extremely higher. It's not my favorite trading style, but if we get a setup, especially around that VPOC, let me just get this on the list, and then we'll try to figure out where that VPOC is. Go, 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 go higher. Close. Got it. See if we get a little pullback to like 145.91. New GE after a spinoff. Yeah, the spinoff was what, 4 days ago, something like that. So it's a lighter and lean GE like you've never seen before. CAG, but it's already regardless, it's already run. It's already, and then even with that spinoff, unless that division was losing money, which I would assume that division was making some kind of money. This one looks crazy. This one looks actually really good. Oh no, I don't have this one on my list, so that means I gotta add it, and that means it's gonna automatically put it at the bottom. I gotta bring it all the way to the top. Oh, this one's moving a little quicker though, so that's good. We still got 13 more minutes. As long as it doesn't take 13 minutes to get to the top, we good. All right. Yeah, that one looks pretty crazy. There's not a lot holding us back. I got one little pivot that we got to watch for. $30.69. We are getting pretty far extended from the moving averages, so that would be a little hiccup to the plan. Otherwise, and Conagra, they don't have a short float like crazy. But see if we get a little pullback first. We do have to watch this zone here. This would be $30.50. We could come in, start retesting this 20 again. So that's what I would be concerned with is when to set the entry up. If I see a good candle I like, fantastic. I don't really see any real resistance on this one up until probably about $32.48. Again, Conagra brand, I don't think we've moved that far ever. Maybe we had one panic sell-off candle here that was decent, but that should take us way outside of our average true range on this stock to get there today. So I don't know. That's a really, really good gap already. I want to say we go bullish because there's not a lot holding us back. But I think it's probably better on a swing trade if this thing does pull back, starts running back into that 20, and then we get that run up. Because now all of that volume would be support. And even if this move is, I mean, yeah, essentially that's the high of yesterday, so 29.87. So we'll see on that one. Man, it's a really good gap though. And then on that daily, this is double bottom higher lows. I like that a lot. We're right at the neckline right here. This is probably a spot some people are looking to take some kind of gains, profits, but I think this will be by the dip for sure. And the question is, how much of that comes in today? But I wouldn't mind keeping that on the list for a swing trade. And then we'll watch today. We'll see if we get any kind of good candles. It's got another $2-3 in it. Lemonade. Gap up. It is a retest gap. This one's just been kind of stuck here forever. I remember this also had the meme element all over it. If you look at the actual prices on this thing, we got up to yeah, a good I mean, now this valuation probably just made a lot of sense. But we ran up to 187.64. So if you think we can get back there again, you got a really good entry price. But I don't know the fundamentals on this one. I know it was leaning in the meme category for a very long time. Everyone was crazy bullish on it. Even though we do have a gap up, number one, it's a retest, so I wouldn't be able to go bullish right away. But even if I got real excited on it, watch out for $17.27. That's some major, major volume holding us back. And we've been essentially in this channel now for quite some time. This one I think does have a decent squeeze on it. This one I think gets a good short float. Yeah, 31% short float. If this gap was higher and this gap was taking out all that volume, 17, so somewhere in like the 1739 zone, 1740, well, then all that volume is wrong. But for right now, unless we're gapping above that, I think that volume is still kind of a little less happy. We shall see. We shall see. All right, we got Amazon on the list. AMZN. Matthew's in the house. What's up, Matthew? All right. We got Amazon gapping to almost all-time highs. So close. They've been trying so hard. So we do have almost all-time highs right in our sights. This is the fourth green day in a row. You probably don't want to go long right here at open. If you're in it long, you can probably, counter it with some maybe puts just for that quick little fade. But yeah, I'd like to see this one coming back down. We're starting to lose a little bit of risk reward on this thing. And does Amazon have the ability to break all-time highs? Yeah, today, I don't know. I don't know about today. We'll see. But otherwise, pretty good gap. I can't go bullish on this thing. Not yet, anyway. All-time highs, if we were to get there, is 188. So if we could get it there, it's $4 higher. I don't have a good spot right now to put a stop. My stop would have to be probably under this candle, which is about $5. So I'm risking about $5 realistically to get four. Yeah, I don't have a good risk reward on this one. But if it comes back down, and again, the real stop on this one's probably about 179. Okay, so if it comes down to 182, I probably can't take that stop off of the daily chart. So if we get a smaller, maybe I can risk $1 to try to get two. That might be worth it. Matthew's on the boat. I'm on a boat. Oh, I can't finish that. I can't finish that song. Disney. Some of you know that song. Some of you have no clue what just happened. Disney. That last article said there was some insider selling. That was 21 hours ago. Yeah, we got Bob Iger's stepping down as boardroom drama with activist investor settles down. This time it's personal. Yeah, I don't know. There seems to be a lot of chaos with Disney. I honestly don't think none of that really matters too much, but it will be some headlines for now. I'm sure. I haven't actually watched CNBC in like 2 years. Like maybe caught a episode of Shark Tank rerun, something like that. But I'm sure that they've been probably talking about Disney for a minute, and that's good TV, that's good ratings. It is what it is. But I don't think I think Bob Iger helps the stock. And if he sits down, or not sits down, but if he steps down, all right, so be it. You lost that kind of leader, but Disney's a beast. And longer term, I think they'd be fine. I think if we start getting more dips, there'll be more buying opportunities eventually. I don't think here's the right spot. Pretty decent breakdown. We were gapping up a little bit, still inside day candle, so not too much in terms of like, hey, I got great sentiment for today. Resistance is about 120.50. Support should be 118.60 69. We might as well round it down to the lows of yesterday. If we start breaking that, then we have a decent bear trade down to like 116.87. Takes us right into that moving average as well. So could get about $2 to the downside if we start breaking. Otherwise, try to short at the extended high, which is 121.33, something to that. Tim had to Google it. All right, now you caught up. See? Aren't you glad you Googled that though? I mean, I'm on a boat. Let's see. Aurora Cannabis, ACB. It's easy as ACB. One, two, three. Ooh, 24% short float. That looks good. We definitely are above the highest volume, so 499 is the higher volume on this thing. Again, it's already extended, it's already moved. If we could get about a penny higher from here, 1 or 2 pennies, there's nothing really stopping you, at least up to like $8.22. Maybe we get to like this probably a little higher. $8.82 could be a good, decent target. It's running a lot, huge short float. Everything is bullish right now. Everything weed stocks. Uh, I wouldn't, for me, it's not financial advice, but I wouldn't own it for my long term. I don't like to put plants into my long term, but you know, trading it, trading it as if it's a commodity. It has its seasons. So far, it's good. I think if you're playing it, it's a trade, and it does have some more room higher. So I don't hate it. I would need a good setup on it to jump in for me personally. We got let's see, Roblox. Stalking the Roblox, says Greg Gilbert. Number one, Greg, I don't encourage stalking in any sense. So I want to make sure I don't get banned from YouTube. So I don't encourage stalking. I don't condone it, but I will watch it heavily and intensely with you. This does look good. You got two hammers down here, solid, almost double, almost triple bottom, great support, somewhere around $36. 36.59 would be a great spot. My only concern on this one is 37.12, and I think that's something that's breakable. I don't think that's going to play that much into it. Even all that was kind of the retest of this first one. That is a good gap and go. Good volume came on this day, so I appreciate the fact we're above that. Target for me would be about 37.59. Yeah, let's get Roblox up there. This would be a tremendous for me at least high wave candle. Maybe we could get a pre-market break on this one too. Let's see real quick. Pre-market break. Nah, it's already kind of moved a little bit for me. So I would need some kind of high wave candle. Some quick pull down. Otherwise, that does look good too. Miguel says, I'll pass on long-term weed as well. Been there, done that. Got out. Yeah, we called that college, Miguel. That was I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, we got IZM. Like I've been there. I did that. I don't remember any of it. It was wild. IZM again. This one's already moved from essentially, I think the low of this candle is somewhere around 776, all the way up to 15. It's up 100%. I don't know how much more room is left on the bones on this one. I don't think that's the saying. I think it's how much meat is left on the bones. Now I'm thinking about it. Uh, but yeah. All right, we got Meta. The Mets, very, very strong yesterday. Got further than our target. I know Lucian made some money on this one, so that was good. Great gap on this one. Got to go pretty high on the list as well. We got a lot of good gaps. Nobody even pulled up Palantir, but that one has a good gap partnership with Oracle as well. I only got 2 more minutes left, so I don't know if we got time, but that's a good gap on Meta. Really, really good. It's been strong. Technically a retest gap, so maybe we get a pullback into like the 513.23. But if not, I get it. I get it too. Another good candidate for some kind of high wave indecision, and then we take a break. The only problem is we're buying into every single person who ever's owned that stock's profits, but it's still got some strength on it. UPS still inside this candle. You're right around that 618 retracement of it. You got a moving average right above it, so just watch out for that one. PLTR, Palantir. So this has got a good gap again. Partnership with Oracle. Palantir reminds me of like Will Smith and Hitch. Like if you've seen that movie, they were like on that like make your own food date type thing with the girl's parents, and they're like, "So what do you do?" He's like, "I'm a consultant." They're like, "I don't know what that means." He's like, "Nobody does. That's why I charge so much." That's what Palantir does. Nobody really knows what they do, but that's a good gap. Good partnership with Oracle. We are above some support here. This is a little bit of a retest until we start breaking 2430. Probably not gonna get that follow through, but everybody on YouTube land, I appreciate you joining us each and every day. Unfortunately, that morning bell means it's good and bad. It's like sweet but sour because the market's open, so we get to have some fun. But unfortunately, I got to disconnect. You guys are incredible. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. We do it every day. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe.